Chioma Akpotha, after slowly but surely recovering from the traumatizing experience that happened at her polling unit on the 25th of February, saw the need to reply to her ex-colleague allegations, Georgina, who said she is thankful that Chioma Akpotha went through that traumatizing experience because of a beef that started 4 years. But before I proceed, this is Aproko TV, a platform where we give you trending latest updates happening all over the world on social media. Now, if you know you haven't already, do subscribe to our YouTube page at Aproko TV, and don't forget to like and turn on your notification bell to get notified when we drop a new video. And follow us on Facebook on Aproko Gist. To all our returning subscribers, much love from we here. Thank you all for your consistency, and this promises to be another interesting episode of Trending Gist. To all our viewers, relax, enjoy, and stay tuned. On the 25th of February, Chioma Akpotha on her Instagram page shared a video of herself in a polling unit where she showed videos of herself being visibly attacked by thugs, and even someone tried to snatch her phone from her. It was a really traumatizing experience for her, and it would have been for anyone. That very day, her former colleague Georgina, in a very lengthy speech, made a post to shade and shame Chioma Akpotha and calling her names in the process, directly talking to her or anyone who cared to listen about an incident that happened 4 years ago. In her traumatized state, Chioma Akpotha told the world that she will address the issue with her former colleague Georgina when she's a bit better from everything that happened that day. Owing to her word in a recent post, she decided to address the issue. On her page, she had screenshots of chat between her and Georgina from 4 years ago. She also took time to explain in a video. The full video is on her verified Instagram page at Chioma Akpotha, but let's take a glance at what she was saying in the video.
That day, someone sent me a message and drawing my attention to a post Georgina had made. Said so many things, calling me names again, that she was glad I experienced what happened. For whatever reason, I don't know what I did. So I was asking myself, what if something, God forbid, had happened to me? That would have been Georgina's obituary to me. Would have been how she would have reported to you guys. What would she have told you guys? So all of this aside, when she said what she said on her page 4 years ago, she kept insisting that, you know, celebrities did this, blah blah blah, collected money, campaigned for people and all of that. She was still insinuating. She was insinuating that I had probably collected money from a politician to campaign, and that's why I was telling her to report that the elections were peaceful, as against what I told her to do to balance her posts. The same thing, she insinuated the same thing again. I don't want to bore you guys with what happened, but my caption will say all of that. Sometimes the enemy, when would they look, when would they find, they fight, they pray, is usually within us. I'm still traumatized. Every minute of the day, I'm jittery. Someone knocks around me, I scream, I see things flying. I'm not able to sleep properly. But to have someone think this of me, say this of me, at this time, at this age, even if I said something bad or I did something bad 4 years ago, people change. She said that about me. I said I was going to address this, but I didn't know this was going to turn out this way. Most times our enemies are within. That's all I have to say.
Let's take a look at the screenshots of the conversation between her and Georgina of 4 years ago. Let's take a look. Chioma wrote to Georgina, I'm beginning to be disturbed, albeit angry at your post. It is bad enough that you aren't here in Nigeria to perform your civic duty. because you claim to be so passionate about the happenings here. I understand that maybe by now you are a citizen there, but first a Nigerian. I think 1 or 2 posts are just enough for the moment from you. You are a brand and some people look up to you. You are, in my opinion, inciting more anger and, dare me say, violence with your posts. How many posts have you done for the areas that were peaceful? If you want to be a reporter of some sort, don't be a biased one. Wait both sides. You have over 10 posts of election violence and not a single one to say that there was very peaceful booths. Anyone who doesn't know anything about Nigeria will only feed from your page, will have a gory opinion of the entire country. You didn't vote, but you can do more with your page. You can help launder the image of the nation. After all, this is part of your duty as a brand and a storyteller. I will not lie to you, I'm extremely angry with you. You can do better. Next slide is Georgina response. Let's take a look. Chioma, posting what is currently happening in most parts of the country is not inciting violence. We all cannot gloss over the situation at hand. You don't have to be a blogger or a journalist to air your opinion or speak accurately of what is going on ground, or do we? When has gleaned over few affluent neighborhood with peaceful electoral station mobilized the general face of the electoral process in Nigeria. As clearly stated, my living in America was not by my making. Family first, and having a dual citizenship doesn't prohibit me from having an opinion, given I cannot vote because I'm not a taxpayer in Nigeria. So let that be understood. I don't belong to the school of thought of those who cowered in the face of reality. I air my views as others have the right to. You don't have to agree with them, as you are not obliged to. Those who commit atrocities are not only the guilty ones, even those who remain silent in the face of it are as culpable as those who commit the act. I am not interested in anybody's brand. I turn them down. I don't suck up or dine with those who compromise their integrity for personal gains. I know when to call for peace and calm, which is important. I also know when to call for a spurred. I bet your TV stations won't show you guys the gory images of what is happening. Thank God citizens are waking up and reporting live, contrary to the image we all love to see. Thanks for reaching out. Chioma then replied her, "You still don't get it, and I understand. You say a few affluent neighborhoods, really? So this implies that apart from those affluent neighborhoods, every other part or state in Nigeria was violence-stricken, and you know this how? I've watched you over the years when you have issues with people and how you go about them. And if you remember how I tell you to calm down in your response to them, I didn't expect this one to be different in. Did you know how my center was? Sakas, Femi Adebayo, my father's area, Uni Michael, most of not all local areas down the east and other areas that were not reported. No, you don't. I am not insensitive as what has happened. At least you won't say you don't know that about me. Pardon me for trying to reason with you and speak my mind, and I have seen by your response and tone of your message that there is no doing that with you. How many more posts are you going to make for you to know when exactly to call for peace? When I spoke about being a brand, maybe you should go back and read my message. No point in you trying to sound politically correct here. I may not know anything, but hey, who knows? I may have been compromised. Love and light. If you will watch the full video of the video Chioma made on her Instagram page, you'll see her firstly explaining the kind of friendship, the kind of relationship she and Georgina shared. And according to her, it was a very close bond. And there is a certain kind of bond you will have with someone that it would just feel right for you to correct them without stressing whether this one will be offended or not because of the relationship you both share. The allegations and the insult Georgina made to Chioma, stating that she was bribed, she collected money from a politician to campaign. She even went as far as calling Chioma a screaming cow. No matter how much she tried to sugarcoat that, you could still feel and read bitterness at the same time. Bitterness was just oozing all over that post. No matter how much she tried to say it's all in the past now, she's just referring to people that it's not only when the situation of the country hit you that you speak out. You should speak out even for the people that don't have a voice. No matter how much she tried to stretch on that in a lengthy speech, you could still pick one or two or majorly bitterness oozing from her to Chioma. As for me, I don't see anything wrong in someone trying to correct you, and not just any friend, your close friend trying to correct you and tell you that you are not in Nigeria and you are insinuating. Not just an insinuation. People will actually think that she's in the country, or she have voted, or she participated in the elections. But when she was back to back reporting various violent polls happening all over the country, this 2023 election that she didn't bother to post, as we could all see, it is very obvious that there are some places that did have violence and there are also some places that didn't. Everything is just about making sure the right message is passed. As for my opinion, she went too far carrying this beef that he had 4 years ago till 2023. It shows how bitter of a person she is, and she's just after violence and tainting the image of Chioma. That is the entire game. And also to use the medium to gain popularity and trying to gain public sympathy by making people sympathize with her, getting public validation of some sort that what she did is right and what Chioma is wrong. Any angle you wish to see it, what she did is uncalled for, is unnecessary. So guys, let us know in the comment section what you think and what you feel about this. Let us know your thoughts and your opinions. We would love to hear from you. So guys, if you haven't already, do subscribe to our YouTube page at Aproko GCV, and don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page at Aproko G, where we give you trending latest updates happening in the world of social media. And guys, thank you all so much for staying tuned with us. Hope you had a blast time. On that note, guys, we have come to the end of today's episode. Till I come your way next, stay safe, guys.